That was perfect. See that? Space. Hello, hello. The fade doesn't work on the thing anymore. I don't know why it is. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. It's good to see you. We have nothing to talk about. I mean, we do, but we're not gonna. We're just gonna hang out. And you've got some 4 Old Gray Bricks. A lot of our Old Gray Bricks are vacationing, busy, not feeling well. Got big things going on. So, how are y'all today? You doing all right?
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty good, honestly. Got a few Amazon Prime things that rolled in today, and so unboxed some of those things. And this is the last week of my online summer class, so woohoo, pretty soon I'll have like 3 weeks, and then regular class will start back up. But
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you, Jay finally got his classes in and finalized. He was having trouble with his advisor and logging in and all that kind of stuff. But I think he's got 4 or 5 classes. But he's going to be on 3 different campuses. So he's not just commuting; he's like Uber commuting, like different campus every day, kind of thing. So we may have to look at that, straighten that out. Hey, look at there,
Mystery Man.
Hello. It's me.
He's radioactive.
Is that the new one? Yeah, it's the new one. Sweet.
And here's the old one that I'm going to build now.
Oh,
Classic.
you're just flexing on us. That's okay. That's fine. We can
Yeah.
flex.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind it. You can flex all you want.
You just wait till I bring up the instructions.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Oh, you're gonna find out.
That's awesome. So, but you haven't built the new one yet, though. Am I understanding that correct?
No. I'm gonna build the old one and then build the new one and then compare.
What are your initial thoughts of the new one before you build it?
It's shiny.
It's shiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a
I
good?
wanted the old one when I was a kid and didn't get it, and now I got to buy this one, or rather, exchange an inordinate number of points for this one.
Mm.
You make an excellent point, sir.
I try.
Well, since you're just rolling in here, tell us what's up. It's been a while since we've seen you.
It has. I've been very busy. Been going to a lot of Nerf events. I went to one this last weekend and got to hunt an alien queen all weekend. It was awesome.
That seems to have multiple meanings, but you can go on.
Yeah.
One of the things I like about Captain Xavier is that his I'm busy is different from every other person that I know.
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah, we got hired to go to a post-apocalyptic LARP and play professional mercenaries, and what they hired us to do was hunt essentially the queen from Aliens all weekend, who kept showing up to try to kill all the players, and then we got to fight her, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you're busy.
Wait till I bring the instructions up. Behold.
Big screen.
life-size instructions.
Nice.
Yeah, they're huge, and I can actually see them. Yeah, that's what I did. As far as Lego, I have been army building. I believe I now have the final orders in to get all of my armies up to a minimum of 100 figs, and I have 24 different armies.
Wow.
So that's a lot of figs. My biggest one is the Black Falcons, which is sitting somewhere at like 260, something like that. And the hardest ones to fill out have been Wolfpack, Shadow Knights, the bad guys from Nexo Knights. I don't know what they're actually called. Anybody know?
That guy
The
No,
bad
I don't
guys from
remember.
Nexo Knights.
from next
Yeah,
night.
exactly. I got a whole book about them here somewhere, but I don't know what they're called.
I don't remember.
That's about it. That's what I've been up to.
There's Jeff. How are you, Jeff? Moto also here. Hello. All right, good deal. Excited to see your side-by-side review of that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't into Pirates at the time, but those sets were always cool looking in the catalog, and it's pretty cool that they re-released that one and everything. So looking forward to that. Jeff Van Winden, what is up in your world?
Castle prep. No, Bricks in the Six prep because I'm leaving in, well, next Wednesday morning. I'm heading out to Bricks in the Six. The event officially starts Thursday, so it's like a week away. So I'm busy building, still building castle, but I'm building miniature scale castles. I'm working on a little bouncy castle style of the original 375 yellow castle, because I thought it'd be funny if the kids were bouncing on a castle in my medieval castle, and the castle or the blow up castle will be I'm trying to make it so it's going to be powered by a dragon blowing flames into it. So it's going to be a hot castle, I guess, too. But I don't know, I just thought it'd be kind of something fun to put in as a something for the kids to see.
Make
So
sure
I'm
make sure you throw in some trans clear 1x1 rounds to represent the P in the bottom.
That's a good point. I'm going to be, I'm done building all the castle stuff. Now I'm just doing the fun things. I'm thinking of doing some porta potties as well, of some sorts, to put around my castle, because I think, like, I'm outside. If you remember from when it's been on display, outside of the castle is a big tournament going on. So I have like a little area where the horses are all set up, like parked in a parking lot. I was thinking of building a little valet booth, and like the bouncy castle and the porta potties, just something I think would be funny for people to see as they're walking by.
Your outhouses need to be sponsored and have signage that says Little John's, Little John's.
Ye old Little John's, Little John.
Yeah.
Or you need to have the porta john built up and a little moat around it, and a little drop poop thing into the water in the moat around the porta johny. So
with a yellow water moat, yes.
Oh, I'm just thinking of a moat now. Yeah.
With a brown 1x1 round in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there's the poo pieces. You could drop a few poo pieces into the moat, so that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have the working toilet in the Ninjago City, so you could do that in yours. So
kids love toilet humor.
That's right.
And I also built a custom boat, well, based on one of the old hulls. I'm just putting it back together because it's fallen apart a few times. It's originally the old brown and gray. There's no gray visible anymore, but the old gray hull. And I didn't have enough pieces to do anything in gray, so it's like, you know what, I'm just going to skim coat it type thing in like white plate all around. And in our group chat for the Canadian Brick Builders, someone was saying, yeah, I was done with the poop combo. Someone was saying, oh, it looks kind of snowy, and then it was like, oh, the idea of the Series 22 Winter Nights that came out with the dog type thing. So I made a sail rolled up in the same color as the shield that they have. I still have to find the knights, and for now I've just put a little snowflake on the top and bottom. I don't know really what to do, but and the rope is on one side because I have a crane here, so I just have to move the ropes out of the way. But just building as much as I can before the event. So
is it a special snowflake?
It's not yellow.
No yellow snow, but you could have. There is a yellow snowflake.
And that's the crane that I built that does lower and raise. So it's a little fragile, but it works. Original Ice Pirates. Nice.
All kidding aside, I want to congratulate Jeff on not being the AFOL that's furiously trying to finish the castle in the last 48 hours before he has to pack. He actually has some time to work on the little accent pieces and accessories. So nice.
Yes and no.
Oh, okay, then
I still have to pack the castle, and that's going to take a good day because I have to. I don't think I have enough bins anymore, so I need to figure that out. And I still have one more mock I have to pull out and do a few fixes on. which isn't a huge thing. It's just I want to have it done as well this weekend. So I'm starting to rush and stress. And then I've got to bring everything upstairs because the castle weighs, a couple of 100 pounds easily.
Well, that's what you got that young strapping high school boy for, right?
Yeah, hopefully he's coming over tomorrow night after finishing work and stuff. So,
hey, young man, I hear you've been lifting heavy things. Can you come help me lift this?
Come here, kid.
pretty much. So
Time to earn your keep.
Yeah. Not from Frozen, by the way, just that boat, but Frozen-ish, I guess. Frozen adjacent.
Frozen like.
Frozen.
Right. Matt, what's up in your world, man?
Well, the big story is that we've doubled our family in size this week by adopting 2 kittens, hence my screen name for today. So there has been lots of kitten insanity, and it's been a great fun. And it's as you get into more advanced years and your energy and your sense of excitement fade out a bit, it's really fun to see young animals who like everything is the best thing ever, and they get super excited about stuff. So that's been a lot of fun at our house. So they've even come in the Lego room. It forced me to sweep the floor and get up all the random stuff that had slowly built up on the floor over the last year. So you could actually walk around in the Lego room. It's apparently it took the adoption of 2 kittens to do that, but yeah, no. So that's the big news in our house, and lots of fun. Today we got some Amazon purchases in, Amazon Prime. So I did get a couple of sets on Amazon, and I got a couple sets on Lego. So I ordered the Monkey Kid East Palace set, which was available as Lego was competing with Amazon Prime. So I know that I got the notice that shipped. And what else? I got 2 of the from Shop Lego. I got 2 of the sets of the Everyone is Awesome. They were marked down, and I thought I'd buy a couple and maybe give them away as gifts, or if not, they'll be good for parts. Getting the monochrome figs. So those things are ordered. I ordered something off Amazon. I can't remember what I ordered. Something Lego. So. So we got some Lego purchases, some lawn garden purchases, and some kitty trees. Yes, we bought our cat one of those strollers so we can take the 2 cats to the park.
You bought a stroller?
Yes. We bought a cat stroller.
You bought a cat stroller.
That's right. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Did you let Minifig Collector? What are the names of your kittens?
So we adopted them. They were 8 weeks old, and we started kind of calculating. So it would have been about the 4th. What is today? The 14th. It was a week ago, so about the 7th. And so we kind of worked it back, and we realized that they were born around May the 4th, and they are brother sister. So I just kind of tossed it out there. Well, we could go with Luke and Leia, and Thomas thought about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I think that's perfect." So they are Luke and Leia. They're both black and white, but Leia has some tan calico color in her, so you can tell them apart, but you can definitely tell they're siblings, and they are inseparable. If Luke is a little bit smaller, probably was the runt of the litter, and they whenever he doesn't see Leia for more than like 5 minutes, he does this murr. That's his very specific Leia call. It's not a meow, it's a murr. It's like, hey, I can't see you. Where are you? And when we first got them, he would watch her do things first, and then he would sort of let her, and then he'd be like, oh, okay, we can play with this. All right, fine. But it's interesting, even now that they are 9 weeks, their personalities are starting to show through, and it's going to be great fun. So.
Cool. Well, when we got our dogs, I wanted to, they were both males. So Mater and Lightning were the first choice, and my wife vetoed that. So good kudos to you. Although Bo and Luke did pass muster, even though they were cousins. We could have been evil to the world and named them Cody and Vance, but that we don't want to remember that year. That was a hard year when them Duke boys were not on the show. So anyway, good deal. I got to see, we had a board meeting for Peach Slug, and it ended when the kiddies came and visited the board meeting, so it was over. And we were about done, but it was over.
Their cuteness could stop the traffic. Yeah, they're pretty adorable. It's yeah.
Did you spotlight your? I stepped out for a second. Did you spotlight your cap? The cap on your head?
Oh, I'm just going yellow today. So this is kind of I'm not really a Phillies fan, but this is kind of the summer swirl. So it reminds me of like ice cream and summertime. So it's the Philadelphia Phillies, but it's a brown, orange, and yellow color. And I just liked it. So it was on sale and I bought it because, it's a hat. I need all of them, but I need hats like women need dress shoes or something like that. I don't know.
That I'm not going to comment on the flat brim. I'm not going to do it.
I mean, I've bent some of them, but you kind of have to do several rounds of it. One round of bending them doesn't. You got to do it a couple of times, and it just hasn't been up there on the priority list. I like a little bit of a curve, and so one of these days I'll get around to curving them again. I'll get the teapot out and curve away.
Matt's version. If Matt were to do that, though, he's going to have to curve like 1,000 hats because he has one for every day of the. Well,
not yet.
We're getting there.
He's going to have one for every county in the United States before.
I probably have 50, 60 hats at this point. Yeah.
Aubrey has joined us. Hello, Aubrey. And she says it looks like you have a candy corn on your head. So it does look a little like candy corn.
I forgot to take the sticker off, though.
Oh, I thought that was a thing. I didn't know if it wasn't a thing. I don't know what the things are.
Yeah, no, the bottom one is just Major League Baseball. I can take that one.
Okay.
This is the inaugural wearing of it, though, so it's very special. Old Gray Bricks gets the original summer swirl Phillies colors. So.
Yeah, I get the summer swirl, but that's when I have too much Dairy Queen. So,
Can there be more?
Remind me to tell you the phrase for it's a poop joke kind of thing. I saw it on a TikTok and everything, and I forgot to send it to you. But it's the funniest thing I never heard in my life. But I'm not going to say it on air. Maybe later if we got time, I'll tell you. So funny, Mr. Sandlin. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. I haven't done a lot of Lego since post World, but I did order the Ghost. I pre-ordered that. I also ordered the Ninjago Temple of the Dragon Spheres or whatever it's called.
Spheres.
What?
It's Dragon Balls.
That's not the official name of the set, sir.
It's not?
No, it is not called Dragon Balls.
It is now.
Both for obvious reasons and for copyright reasons. Anyway, I thought that was a nice looking set, and it might end up living with the Metropolis of Lanterns over there on that side of the room. So
it's a sharp set. I like it.
I actually just was getting the Crabulons out of my box over here because I'm thinking I might build a couple of more Crabulons. Go with the Crabulons over here. So I don't know if any of our viewers recall the Crabulon, so I will get my Crabulon out of his vehicle.
I was going to ask you how many crabs you have, but then I realized that's probably a personal question.
Well, on Monday's show, we learned that Wolverine had crabs. But anyway,
so this is a Crabulon.
Crabulon.
We from Crabulon are not impressed with you vertebrates.
I have to say, it really is one of my favorite things you built, and it's just that it has a kind of whimsical sci-fi attitude about it. I love it.
Yes. So
you should build a Crabulon moon base and the big tank with them swimming around and all that kind of stuff.
And then I also have the Crabulon Recon vehicle here.
Ooh.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, since we're going to be at Atlanta Brick Co. this weekend before our meeting, I might try to pick up a few more of these little guys.
Oh yeah,
and maybe make a few more Crabulons, and think about making some Crabulonic vehicles of some type.
I looked them up on Bricklink just to see what they go for, and if you want to get more than one or two, they're like $4 or $5. They're not cheap. So
Just the little crab piece.
just the hermit crab alone was like $5-6. So
Really?
it only came in the CMF, so you had to buy CMF.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is sad. I think they should be plentiful. You should be able to get thousands of them.
It requires 2 CMFs to make the Crabulon because you need the alien torso and body legs from the alien guy. Was he considered a minor? Or what was
He was a prisoner.
a prisoner?
Yeah, he's got like, or it kind of looks like he's got an alien like prisoner suit on it, or I don't know what he was.
I thought they were space miners.
I used that with the firefighter tanks and visor thing, and then I put the crab in there so it looks like he's sitting in a little bowl of water.
Perfect.
Yes.
You must stay moist when you're a crabulon.
And all that implies.
They fight evil with the power of moistness. So.
That's how you defeat the crabulons, with a hairdryer. Dries them right out.
It's hilarious. All right, I finished a mock. I finished another version of the slam that I made long ago, and it's very, trying to be very part efficient and things like that. But there it is, and it also has little gear that flip out from the pods there, and then this gear pops down like that for it to land on. So, and the engines pivot. So.
Well, that's very reminiscent of one of the older ships that you guys used to do back in Lugnut days.
Yeah, the slams. Yeah.
The
So
slams.
this is
Sorry,
like
I wasn't
third.
listening. So.
This is like the third iteration. Thank you for listening for the show.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you're a loyal viewer on the panel. Anyway, so so it's got vertical takeoff and landing kind of thing. Guy fits in there really well.
Question for you: when you revisit like an old school design like that, is it partly because they're just new parts that weren't available, and you think, "Ooh, that's the part I wish I had when I first built this," or is it just kind of fun to come back to something that you worked on before and tweak it and change it up?
A little bit of both. Probably number one is parts to see how, because the challenge was to make a small one-man ship. That was the thing with this, and to make it anyway. So to see if they can make it thinner, smaller, and more efficient. Yeah. So a little bit of that. It was also just, I don't have anything to build, so let me do something I know and get something under my belt and do it well and get a little bit of build chops back kind of thing. I think everything. Stanley, how you doing, man? Good to see Stan. Mr. Stan is he comes on the want to do whatnot sales, and he buys things, and we try not to make his wife angry with us. So with what he spends. Anyway, we're having a messy Monday. Captain Xavier has gotten like seriously far along in that set. Is it because it's simple, or you know it well? You're muted. You're muted.
Back on. A little of both. One, having all the parts already, sorted helps. Having massive instructions helps. I've built this thing a couple of times, and I'm quick at building.
Yep.
And I usually do fairly good at the speed builds at various cons. So.
Are you going to go ahead and crack open the new version tonight, or are you going to wait till later?
I might. We will see how far I get. That one I will need to film for my YouTube channel, so I'll have to get that all set up.
Yep, Stan is working on the same thing, so that's cool. All right, good deal. I just looked over and like, man, you've already got that thing down pretty fast. That's awesome. All right, let's talk new sets. You said you had pre-ordered. Oh, actually, no. Actually, first Matt had mentioned Amazon Prime Day. Did you guys get spendy on Amazon Prime Day?
The Canadian deals weren't that great for me, so there's nothing I absolutely wanted, so I did not. I didn't even partake in the Lego Shop and Home ones either. But I'm also getting ready for a con, so I didn't have time to worry about that. So
It's interesting in some ways because I feel like the better deals in the U.S. were not Amazon, but by competitors trying to compete with Amazon. So Lego had some stuff marked down. I ended up buying a set from Best Buy, so they had the Avatar with the sparkly pink tree, and they had it marked down a third. So I bought one of those from Best Buy, and then I bought a few dot sets from Target, which were marked down quite a lot. And then I bought from Lego. I don't think I actually bought any Lego from Prime, but I bought it because they were trying to compete with Amazon.
That's cool. So they didn't just match like Target does, or when Target has a sale, Amazon just matches the same thing. They had different things on sale. That's kind of I really didn't look. I didn't have time to, or the budget to really throw down on it. So I didn't really look at the deals. So, but Matt, you said you did get something, right?
Yes. So I ordered the Monkey Kid from Shop Lego, and then they had the Everyone is Awesome 20% off. So I bought 2 of those. And then I bought the Avatar from Best Buy, and I bought dots from Target. So, but all the stuff I bought from Amazon was like lawn and garden and cat related. So I jokingly said, in the past, as a younger person, I would have been all gung ho about, like what electronics are in sale. And instead, I went through all 14 pages of the lawn and garden area on Amazon Prime. So I bought a garden hose, and I bought a fence for my railing for my plants, and I bought this and that and stuff. So, yeah. But you know what? I'm excited about the stuff I bought. So.
Are you going to tell them? You told us offline what you bought for the cats. Tell us what you bought for the cats. Come on.
Oh, we bought a couple things. So we bought a cat stroller. That's the big one. Thomas ordered the cat stroller. So both our kittens can go. We can push them around the park. The funny thing is, right before we adopted the cats, I went to our local Lego store for AFL discount day. And I walked in and I saw 2 of our local AFLs push one of those little carts that you can put a quarter in or whatever at the mall, and you can push it around. And they were pushing it in from the parking lot, and I walked up and I said, "Please tell me that you've got your 2 cats in this stroller." And they were like, "No, we're just bringing it in. Somebody just left it in the parking lot." But and I came home and told Thomas, and he goes, "Well, we definitely are going to need a stroller for our cats someday, aren't we?" So he ordered one. So we got the cat stroller. We got like the cat, jungle gym / dangly bits. We got the suction cup cat lounge that you can stick on a window and they can sit there and watch cat TV. These are not just slightly spoiled cats. These are going to be like mega spoiled cats. So they won the lottery. I think when we adopted them, we're going to be buying them the nice cat food. And Thomas ordered one of those like self-cleaning cat litter things that look like a front-loading washer. They're not even tall enough to get in it yet.
You're just tossing him in there. Here, go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, so he got one of those like ladders that you can get for short-legged dogs or cats. So they'll have to like walk up the ramp to get into the cat litter box. But and we got one of the cat tunnels, and we got this cat donut where they get in and they run around. So yeah. Like I said, they hit the lottery when we took them home.
Did you say suction cup cat couch? Is that what you called it?
A suction cup. So it sticks onto the glass of your window, and it's just like a basket, so they can sit right up against the glass and stare out at birds and stuff. So it's like a hanging bed. It sticks to your window.
That just sounded like the name of a Promise album about 94 or something like that. So anyway, you're supposed to, I don't know what that means. All right. So nobody else did Prime shopping? No, because I didn't. I looked, and then it's like, I almost felt like the Prime shopping or the Prime Day specials for Lego basically took the sets down to the price level they should be before a sale. That just what it felt like to me. I don't know.
If you wanted the the Black Panther, it was half off, and it was a good price per piece. But I just don't use a lot of black brick, and there were a lot of bow pieces, and I hardly ever use bow pieces. And I seriously sat there. I actually got out and started calculating. There's also some of the silver ink, which are pretty pricey. But even with the silver ink pieces thrown in, it just didn't make sense to buy the whole set. I'd just be better off to just go buy a part off Bricklink if I really needed it.
Understand. All right. And so Mark then has said he pre-ordered the Ghost. Jeff, I don't know if you can help me click through that or whatever.
Sorry, no, I was listening this time. What, do you want the pictures or?
I said your name. Yes, that helps.
Yeah. I was just building. Do you want the pictures or?
Yeah. We can go through the pictures on that. Because Jake had this ship when the show came out, and I wish we'd have kept it together. And Mark, you said you were ready for it. You went and got it. What do you guys think of this one versus the original?
I didn't have the original personally, but we had the Phantom set, but we never got the Ghost. And by the time I realized that we should probably get it, it was gone.
I have the original. This one's a little bit smaller. And I actually had somebody make me an offer who's more of an action figure collector, but he's a huge Rebels fan. And I almost sold my first copy, but then I was like, well, that Rebel series was a lot of fun. I don't know if I want to get rid of it. They may make another one. Well, they're making another one. So if you saw the preview for the Ashoka series, there's a few characters you might recognize in that preview. I'll just leave it at that.
And interesting enough, the Ghost actually does not show up in that trailer. So
fair point.
Well, they're in it.
Yeah. They're in it, but they don't show the outside of it. So
Yeah.
Maybe you see the Phantom 2 zooming around in a shot or two.
You do. And can we just go ahead and talk about this version of the Phantom? I like the original Phantom better. I like the look of it. This reused Imperial whatever shuttle thing is kind of weird to me. But then this version of it looks a little dinky to me. What do you guys think?
I cheaped out on it. Yeah.
Just trying to see if there's a better picture of it. Really?
Because I mean, I have an aversion to when Lego builds a spaceship. You can see it right there. The guy's got to lay down in it to fit in it. That's
it's also the kid. It's also Jason.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, does he have bendy legs in this one? I'm not sure. Yeah, he doesn't have bendy legs, so he couldn't actually sit in it or either way.
So he's just flopped in there. That's even worse.
Yeah.
All right, it may have that Friends little brackety, pinchy leg piece in there. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, he's staring at the ceiling. He's taking a nap driving that thing.
He's in hyperspace.
He's using the heads-up display on the windshield to drive it.
I don't know. What are the rest of you? What do you think? I mean, Mark, obviously you bought it, and yes, I want to get this. There's good pieces. The shaping is really good. I think improved. It is smaller. Tell me what did you think about it, Mark?
I thought it looked pretty good. I think the shaping on it looks nice, and I did not get the original Ghost set. And so, I thought it'd be fun to get. I really enjoyed Rebels. I like that series a lot, and I'm looking forward to the Ahsoka series. So, I mean, could it be bigger and better shaped? Sure, but I mean, for the size that it is, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a Mark customized special like you did with the
Best? I don't know. I have to get the set in hand and look at it and all that.
It is interesting too because I don't know if you guys ever read the Thrawn series of books, the original Heir to the Empire series. I'm guessing by no one nodding yes.
Dana's ears are burning. But
I read those books, yes.
Yeah. So I just actually I bought the audiobooks because I listened to it on the way to Chicago. But so this like the new Ahsoka series and the whole Thrawn thing in Mandalorian, it's basically a rewrite of that book with the current characters. So like the kid in here is actually named Jason, who was from the original book or the original series as well. Who was, son of a Jedi, we'll just say. But anyway, um, so it's kind of interesting to see that they're using the old canon that is no longer canon to, you know, to enhance the story and bringing back Thrawn, obviously. Is Thrawn coming in a set? Has there been a set with him in it recently? I don't think so, right?
He's worth a chunk of money. He was in the. Was he in the Phantom 2 one from
He was in the original Phantom 2 set. Yeah, I think that's why I ended up buying it for my kid.
Yeah.
It's
Because I
crazy
want Thrawn.
expensive now, precisely because it's the only set he appeared in, I believe.
Yeah.
And when
Well,
I saw that they were gonna go in this direction, I actually I put mine for sale on Bricklink because I'm like, we're gonna get another Thrawn. I hadn't opened my Phantom 2 and I was like, I'll just put it on Bricklink.
Did it sell?
good plan.
It is not sold yet, so now prices were probably going to collapse.
Well, it's gotten to where now those prices don't collapse because everybody wants all the versions. So
True.
that's cool. By the way, Brahm was talking about the lean in the. I want to hear Brahm in his voice say that phrase, and just see how. Anyway, go ahead.
You got to hang out at Brick World. You should have been there.
I know it. I know
That's
it.
fun.
Man, I don't think I've seen him in 20 years or something like that. So in person.
I have to say that Brahm, you know how like you used to listen to radio and you'd hear the radio DJ and you'd get a certain mental image. There's a gag on this in Wayne's World where they meet the radio guy and he's got this deep voice like this and he's like a short 5'2" guy and they're all like, "Oh, you're not what we expected." When I met
Handsome
Brahm,
Dan.
he was considerably younger and skinnier than what I was expecting. Like I expected he's like the four of us. I mean, some of you are a little more svelte, but like I don't know. Like in my brain, I had just kind of like your brain just kind of fills in a mental image, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is Brahm is not what my brain had just invented."
Well, I will say this:
then I'm like,
the
why
first.
do you think that,
The first time I met Brahm, of course, my only interaction with him was seeing his name in forums on Lugnet. So the Southern in me, he was Bram. Hey, Bram, how you doing? And there was just a subtle, it's Brahm. That okay. Anyway, the figures look great. I don't know if there's specifics to who the first two characters are. The rest of them are. It's cool that Chopper is a little bit different than he was in the first. He's got the little dish to kind of represent, I guess, that little dish on his head. That's okay. But Figs are great. That's fine. Okay, but he's in. Shut up. Anyway, shut up, Stever. But the figs are cool. I like them. So I mean, it's a great set. What is it? 150? Is that what the price on it is?
It was a bit more than that. I think it was 170, 160.
Oh, 160. Yeah.
Where is it? Parts description.
I would say I don't know. Does it have it on the front of the box?
Yeah, I think it's 209 or something Canadian. I know that, but here we go. 149 pounds, 159 US, 169 euro,
and 1,300 or 1,400 pieces. So that's on the kind of the wrong end of the price, but
for Star Wars, that's decent, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. That is Jason Aaron Cana's son, which is great.
But thanks for the spoiler. I don't think I knew that yet. So,
he was in the end of it. Oh well. Although people are complaining that it might not be because his hair color is wrong to be that kid. So, Anyway, sorry, but I thought you knew that was the same character from the end of the show of Rebels. Sorry.
It's okay. I was mostly just being sarcastic.
Oh, I got you.
And
Fun
the
fact,
box images.
the Ghost has actually been in live action 2 times before the Ahsoka series. It had a very brief cameos in it was in Rogue One, kind of in the background of one of those scenes, and it was in somehow Palpatine returned the sequel in one of those scenes. So,
And Mark, technically the box gave away his name or his relation, at least. Just saying. It does say Jason Sedula.
that was the joke, Jeff.
Okay, fine. But yeah, the other 2 guys, First Officer Hawkins and Lieutenant Beta. Is that supposed to be a fish joke?
I was about to say, is that riffing on a fish? I mean, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I was hoping it was Quarry.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Was he the one? Who was the one like in the Rebels episodes? It was
That was Quarry that invented the B-wing.
The B-wing. Yeah.
I'd like I mean, it'd be fun to have a figure of him.
Yeah, the reference from Ralph McQuarrie it was awesome in that. Maybe we'll get a set with a space whale.
Well, yeah, because they did show that in the latest trailer too. They were flying around it.
Space
whale and the space whales were in Mandalorian, which was cool to see. So
yeah, they were flying in the hyperspace, right?
Yep.
So.
Well, and they look kind of like the whale in the Avatar thing, so they could kind of.
That's what I was thinking.
And stuff. I think I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. But.
Who let you in? When did you get here?
I thought I heard a beep earlier, but
I clicked the button while we were talking.
I got you. Welcome, Tim. How are you, sir?
I am good. Sorry I am so late, but I have been so MIA lately. I wanted to pop in and say hello to everybody. And
yeah, we're so glad you're here. Time to go. No, I was kidding.
I know.
Hey, how was Brick Rodeo? Did you go to that? I know it's in Texas.
It was a lot of fun. It was very well. It was the best attendance they've had ever. I think it was the most mocks they had ever. So
nice.
They did really well, and they had to open up the ballroom a little bit more from what they had last year, and so yeah, it was. I did a lot more. I didn't take my big build, so I just had some little builds, and so I was able to go around, schmooze, and meet some people I hadn't met before, or get to know some people I hadn't met, or I knew but didn't know that well. I saw some friends from the OKC lug that I hadn't seen since 2018. I saw some people from the Dallas-Fort Worth lug I hadn't seen since 2018. So it was some awesome builds. Actually, and we had some builders from the West Coast, Cody Otley from the Brick Slopes. I think, isn't he the owner or run? And then we had the guy that, and I apologize, I don't know his name, for Brick Con. They were there kind of promoting those shows because they're coming up. August and September are terrible. So Brick Fair, I'll be going to Brick Fair to help set that up 1st of August. And then I think right after that's Brick Slopes. And then
are you going to
Brick Con?
I'll be at Brick Slopes, so I'll say hey.
I don't think I'm going to make the Brick Slopes and Brick Con. I don't think I'd like to, but
yeah, they're close together.
But there's a brick convention. Grayson that started Brick Universe. Apparently, he's broken off and has broke. So they got Brick Universe and Brick Convention, and it's going to be up in my home state in Wichita, in Kansas, in the end of September. So I really want to take the Wild West up there, and people, my friends that I grew up with and stuff, can see it and all that good stuff. So
you need to come to Atlanta in February.
I want to do that too. Yeah, that's a better. That gives me a little more time to prepare. So, and I can drive that. So that's it.
And February is a time when the calendar isn't quite as jam packed as school going and all that kind of stuff. So.
No, I will. I have it on the calendar. So
good. good.
You're not a native Texan then.
What's that?
You're not a native Texan then?
No, I am not. I've been here for almost 30 years though, so I don't know what that means, but
No, it's same for me. And almost 30 years, but I'm from Michigan.
no, I went to LA for a while, then I went back to Kansas, and I went to Vegas for a while, and I went back to Kansas, and finally I came down here and stayed. So, had to try out everything a little bit first.
Hang on. Xavier's done. I'll like hit the button, dude. In 30 minutes, you got that done. You're muted.
Is that the old one or the new one?
Come on. This is the old one that I built so that I could compare it to the new one that is behind it that I will hopefully build this evening.
So could you build the old one blindfolded?
If someone was giving me instructions, probably. That's actually one of the competitions they do at, convention. Blind build.
Sweet.
I couldn't do it in a half an hour. That would take me a little longer.
Heard that about that.
I think you're right, Stanley.
It reminds me of Pee Wee Herman where he's talking on the phone and he goes, "The stars at night are big," and then everybody starts singing "Deep in the Heart of Texas."
It'd be like that.
You do have to learn that when you come here, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if I make all these promises about Waffle House, but you do need to go to a Waffle House when you come to Georgia. So don't give me the stink eye, Jeff. Come on.
I love the Waffle House. Actually, when we came to Alabama, last year, whenever the last one there, Brick Fair, Alabama, we actually ate the place we stayed in Mississippi. There was the Waffle House at the hotel there. So,
see, the backstory of our disappointment with Jeff is that he went to the McDonald's next to the Waffle House and got breakfast.
oh my gosh!
Here,
Because there was no one to go for breakfast with.
But
No. When you go to Waffle House, you go sit at the counter and your family there. You just go. So
that's right. The waitress comes up and says, "What you want, baby?"
Hey, sugar.
I love McDonald's breakfast too, but not better than Waffle House. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but McDonald's breakfast you can drive through and get.
that's true.
And
But Waffle House drives through you, so it's
is that their slogan?
Giving.
hang on. Another set I wanted to discuss. It's been out a minute. Let's see what you guys think of the new vet. Have y'all looked at the new vet very much?
I love it. I want it.
It looks horrible with the roof, but without the roof, it looks great.
Okay, that's agreed. Let's see if I can get the more shots of it. The canopy pieces here, amazing. Need those.
Yeah.
I think Jeff's our resident car guru, Lego car guru.
Only
That's
because
true.
Mark doesn't collect them.
That's right. But these are nice. These new curves.
That's what she said.
The thing with those is I could see the upper one being used in a castle in the future.
Yeah.
Because that's a good sized arch. But the lower one, it's just one of those pieces that doesn't really have anything else to match with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering. I know they'll find uses for it, but it's just one of those curves I don't find useful just looking at it.
That's what she said. Anyway, I gotta. It's gonna show up in a bunch of friend sets and town sets and stuff and everything. So, is this a new piece as well?
I think that's honestly, I thought that was the weight for the barbell lifter dude from the collectible figs, but I think it is actually a new piece. Actually, I'll go grab that weight. I'll be right back.
It looks like the tiny radar dish, but made in transport.
Yeah, it's cool though. I mean, I like it.
It's basically a 1x1 round, but it just has a larger center, like a 1x1 round plate. It just has a larger ring.
Yeah, the
That's what
dish
it is.
around it. It's too bad that Dana didn't have this for his baby space. He could have used that in that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the one thing I think about the Lego model that bothers me a little bit is there's a little bit more curving around the door and the scoop that maybe they could have accomplished, but because it looks kind of square right there. But yeah, with the top on it, that doesn't look so hot. So
Yeah, it is different than the barbell piece, for the record.
The top looks like it belongs on a pickup truck, not a Corvette.
Yeah.
The sexy lines kind of go, nope, that's a muffin top right there. It's I don't know.
Muffins.
I'm pretty sure someone's going to try and thin it out a bit because it just looks too thick as well.
Yeah.
That's what. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we didn't get to talk about this one, and there's new pieces in it. But and gray bananas. Hey,
Yeah.
there's gray bananas.
Can you
About-
still-
Bananas
go ahead.
do.
Go ahead, Matt.
No, I just said it's about time because bananas do turn. Now you can thin.
Moldy
Can you
bananas.
scroll up to the actual picture of the original car?
Yeah.
Is there a front shot?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I think this is the later series, though. I think this is like a 65 or something like that. Because when I saw the original pictures of the 61, it only had one headlight on either side of the front.
Push up your glasses, Jeff. Push up your
But
glasses.
no, I'm just saying that it's. I think it's a hybrid design. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think so. But that little bit, the swoop going up to the tire, it goes up, and then there's that curve down in the door right there. And then if you look at, well, don't look up with the top on it because that's bad. But you see here though, that's very straight across, and everything. Not that they could have. I mean,
Okay.
I understand Lego Square, I get it, but other than that, I think it's fantastic. I don't collect these, but this one actually looks really neat. So
This one makes you wish you were collecting it.
yeah, I would say so. And then obviously everybody's talking about converting it to Lola for
Yeah. That's awesome.
What is the
Agent
price? What's the price on this one? Do we know?
I think it was. Yeah, it was pretty cheap. $149, $209 Canadian.
Yeah, so it's $150 with 1,200 pieces. So it's same price per piece, just about 12 cents per piece. That's not bad, but it's not ideal. I don't know, with no figs. I don't know. I like it. Yeah, that's right, Moto. Doggone it.
That opens the door to a 76 Stingray now, so maybe.
Ooh.
But there's a guy here in Texas. He was part of our Houston club, Dave Slater. He's done the 76 Sting. I mean, he does beautiful cars. He did the 66 Batmobile. I mean, it's like, and it's remote control and everything. He had it at Brick Rodeo 2 years ago. It's so the ability to do it's out there. It's just
there's
Yeah,
Speaking-
I caught that. And
Speaking
sorry,
as
it's too.
Speaking as a non-car guy, but somebody who does do spaceships, I would say that the expectations for getting curves and shapes correct has gone up a lot. Partly because we do have so many new molded pieces that allow people to create pretty interesting shapes. And a couple of years ago, you just didn't have the same part selection. And the fact that that's part of nowadays, you look at something like that and you're like, wow, that looks kind of chunky. It doesn't really look the way that you can do things with Lego these days.
Yeah. I mean, are we spoiled by that, or is it just, well, hey, you guys can engineer this, do it?
I have a question about Matt's statement. He started by speaking of a guy who's not a car guy but builds spaceships.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen you build a spaceship. Like since I've known you.
I have all of the UCS ships down in my office.
Oh, okay. Building sets of ships.
Yeah,
Ship
yeah.
sets. Okay. Sorry, I was taking it as a building custom ships versus. Okay, I'll shut up.
No, but you can, like, the Slave One has like the curves and the angles, and there's all kinds of spaceships nowadays that have non-chunky, what's the profiles? That's the word I'm looking for.
Lovely lines.
And Captain Xavier is just waiting to hang up so he can go build that set and do a video. You just see him like staring at the set as we're talking.
He's gonna fall asleep on camera like that time he got on the couch.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
That
I
was
even
I
remember
fell
that.
asleep when I was in the Netherlands too.
that was hilarious. I have to say, that was absolutely hilarious.
That night's sleep in that tent in Friesland is the best night's sleep I've had in probably 10 years.
It's that Friesland night air.
It really was. And the whispering through the corn and the chirping of the birds, it was lovely.
Whisper through the corn about 8:30 every morning. So
I'll bet you do.
You eat too much corn, apparently.
all right, Jeff, how is your bouncy castle coming along?
It's good. I'm adding a bit of a base on the bottom to poof it up a bit. This way, eventually I'll have some mechanism to push up on the actual castle. Maybe have a fake jumping up and down inside. But I'm not going to have time to build that for this round or for this event, just because I don't know where I'm actually going to put it in the layout. So, and because that half the layout isn't actually set up right now. So, but it's getting there. I'm just the problem with this is all the walls are basically held on by like 1 or 2 studs, so it's quite flimsy. But Yellow Castle for the win.
Did you custom make those shields, or is that the original
Nope,
shields from the?
these are the original 1978 shields.
Nice.
Just because all the new shields I've already put into figs, so I need to source out those shields on Bricklink or something. So
Cool.
But yeah,
I love it. Any other new sets you guys think of that are of interest? I'm looking here.
I'd mentioned the Technic motorbike, but no one's probably interested in that one.
Technic, nope.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a good looking bike.
Okay, let me ask just an honest question, because Brickset is asking me if I would like to receive notifications. Has anyone ever gone to a website and gotten asked that question and hit yes?
Yes.
Once or twice.
Accidentally, I have a couple of
I choose to get notified of new hats.
What was that, Matt?
I'm set up to get notifications when new exclusive hats come out, because they'll sell out times in like.
I thought he said when new exclusive cat stuff comes out.
Well, that too, but hats, they're like limited run hats. Sometimes if you want it, you got to order it or it's gone.
Oh, did y'all talk about the modern art set by any chance the other day?
Hideous.
Yeah, wait. Let's bust on that. Here we go. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it is definitely modern art.
Why buy that? I could put that together in my sleep or just make something that looks like that.
Those 1x3 curves or the tiles are the only thing that I would want out of that set.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's some interesting parts.
It looks like a 90s Nickelodeon bumper cartoon fell apart in this picture. I mean, I don't understand.
At Pee Wee's Playhouse.
We're too a little bit old to be watching Nickelodeon in the 90s.
Well, it was on.
Just kidding.
I watch Nick at Night pretty regular with friends.
I don't know. I guess there's a plan that you build what's on the box, and then you can build. I mean, I know that's a Lego thing, but I don't get it. I mean, would you buy this at all, or would you just wait for it to be clearanced out in the bargain bin?
Bargain bin.
Yeah.
Not buying it.
Especially since all those curves are going to be available on Shop&Home or on Bricks and Pieces at some point.
Right.
Right? Like,
might be the actual first set I could bear to part out.
Well, that's the set you say, hey, great for making that Lego. When the pieces come on Bricks and Pieces, I'll get some. That's just Bricks and Pieces announcement set right there. Like, oh great, those curves are coming out. Woo!
Speaking of Bricks and Pieces, there were 320-ish pieces added this week, which included more of like the purple air tanks were listed but are sold out, but the helmets still haven't come out yet. So
yeah, have we figured out why Lego did not put the classic space torsos on? I mean, I don't understand.
And for any castle, okay, for Intense, I noticed today that the Knights, Crusade Knights, the larger castle figures are bestsellers right now on Shop Home. So you can get them in like 5 days.
I placed an order last night. All but one thing was best sellers, which was handy. The only thing that wasn't was the breastplates.
Okay.
And that's because everything's getting made in was it Virginia, wherever the new warehouse is? Is that right? Is that where it's coming from, or Illinois, or?
Well, Illinois has a warehouse there, but I don't know. Like, I know they were talking about opening a plant in Virginia, but that was like, wasn't that 2025? You were going to have that time?
Yeah, it's not open yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they just sent a bunch to the distribution hub in Chicago, and that's why it's available. The parts could have been made in Mexico, though, which is, I think, where, is the closest factory to North America currently in North America.
Yeah. So I did the thing where I'm like, hey, maybe I'll get about $20 worth of parts, and then $100 of parts in my cart later. I start looking at what's bestseller and not, and there's one wing half that is a bestseller, and then the other half is not a bestseller. And I'm like, how does that work? What?
It's
And
the
the light gray version is $1, and then any other color is 30 cents, and of something. I don't get that either.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I ordered a certain helmet, and the dull metal colored one was like 3 times more than the black one.
Yeah.
Which just seems right.
I don't know. Intense. I just wonder. I can see Intense just calculating and typing and getting his castle order in. So, in fact, we are going to Intense's house on Saturday in Beach Slug. Jeff, we'll live stream with you and let you see the castle. Rich is a gracious host to have the lug over at his house, and so we're looking forward to that. That'll be great to hang out. All right. Well, we are at an hour, gents. Thank y'all for dropping by. Thank you for hanging out with us. Had a good crowd. What you got there, man?
Right. I just found a use for this piece for the first time in my life, and that's I'm doing like the bubbly. I'm like, this could actually work. It's not perfect, but
no, it's great.
It's like kind of gives me a bit of a curve to make it look more, bouncy.
Yeah, if you're like me, you've got to drawer those whatever bubbly, curvy things that don't matter. What were you saying, Mark? I'm sorry.
I was laughing at Moto's comment.
Oh. That's awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for hopping by. Thanks for hanging out with us. Be awesome and build awesome. Have a good